Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 6th annual Citrus Heights State of the City. My name is Marissa Brown, and I have the pleasure of being your city's communication officer and your MC this evening. For those of you who joined us at the reception, we hope you enjoyed the local bites and the chance to connect with your city leaders. A big thank you to the Citrus Heights Chamber of Commerce for hosting tonight's welcome reception. If you're just now joining us, let's hear it for the Chamber. I like that. If you're just now joining us, thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see so many residents, business owners, and community partners gathered to celebrate Citrus Heights. To begin this evening's program, please rise and join me in welcoming Vivian Goebel, a performer at Royal Stage Theater, to perform our national anthem.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Vivian, for that beautiful performance. Amazing. Now, to officially begin this evening's program, please join me in welcoming our mayor, Dr. Jana Karpinski-Costa. She's getting mic'd up.
Mic'd up.
So you can hear her.
Mic'd up. As opposed to harried up, Joe up, whatever, mic up. Thank you very much. Marissa, do you want this? Might get a feedback. Thank you. Oh, good evening. All right, we're here. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 State of the City Address. Oh, I'm taking my breath. This is the second time that I am privileged to give this address, and once again, I am thrilled to see so many familiar faces. The faces of our community, residents, neighborhood leaders, business leaders, community partners, and city staff. These are the faces of people that make our city thrive. And tonight you will hear highlights of our great city, the things we've accomplished this year, and how we plan to continue our path to excellence. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize my colleagues on the City Council. Together, our vision, collaboration, and steady leadership guide every goal that we set and every success that we celebrate together. If you could please stand. Vice Mayor Mary Jane Lopez-Taff, Councilmember Kelsey Nelson, Councilmember Portia Middleton, Councilmember Tim Schaefer. I'd also like to recognize and thank the dedicated individuals who serve on our city's boards and commissions, as well as in our business leaders in attendance tonight. A little clap for them. Okay, and let's not forget those leaders that serve our community. A round of applause for our service groups, neighborhood association leaders, homeless advocates, veterans groups, and a myriad of nonprofits who do their part to enhance the services that our community to strengthen the bonds that we create. And of course, I want to recognize our incredibly talented staff. Every day they bring responsive customer service, teamwork, and integrity to the work that they do, whether it's keeping our neighborhoods safe, maintaining our roads, supporting local businesses, helping our residents, or keeping our administrative structure intact. Their work embodies what it means to serve with pride and purpose. That's my staff. I'd also like to recognize our executive team. Administrative Services Director Susan Talwar, City Clerk Amy Van, Community Development Director Casey Kempenauer, Economic Development and Community Engagement Director Megan Huber, General Services Director Regina Cave, and our Police Chief Alex Turcott. Thank you for your incredible leadership and dedication to our community. I'd like to also recognize the honorable elected officials in our audience. We have Ted Costa from the San Juan Water District. He's the board president. Ray Reilly from the Citrus Heights Water District. He's the board president. Josh Guamacal, I don't know if I ever pronounced your name right, from Ami Bera's office, and we thank Ami Bera for sending you. Assemblyman Josh Hoover. Is he here? I see him. Wave. Wave, Josh. Where are you? He's here. And last but not least, Sacramento County Supervisor Rosario Rodriguez in the front row. Thank you for coming. And of course, none of what you hear tonight would be possible without the steady leadership of our city manager, Ash Feeney, who will share more of our accomplishments and goals later on. And one last special thank you to Sherry Merrick and her staff of one, but her staff, for hosting tonight's Citrus Heights Chamber of Commerce food things. And under her leadership, the Chamber continues to champion our local businesses and foster meaningful partnerships. She has catapulted the presence of the Chamber in our businesses as well as at our community events. And thank you, Sherry. Okay, so now, as our most recent we have a city council retreat every year to do our strategic planning. And our most recent one, our council set 36 new objectives for the year ahead, each one formulated to advance our city's long-term goals and strengthen the foundation of our service, safety, and community connection. These are the things we have built together. We look at what's working, refine it, identify where we can strengthen and advance our goals. Our long-term goals have changed very little since early cityhood, but we have set new objectives to enhance the breadth of these goals. These are our goals: maintaining fiscal stability, enhancing public safety, maintaining public infrastructure, diversifying for a vibrant economy, and enhancing community vibrancy and engagement. Let me start with the diversifying for a vibrant economy. This is one of the city's most important long-term goals. All of the goals are important, but our local economy provides the fuel that keeps our city moving in the right direction. Our residents are the lifeblood, and the businesses are the lifeblood of our city. So we continue to take bold steps to attract new investment, modernize our policies, and make it easier to do business in Citrus Heights. Our economic development work plan was drafted and approved in February of this year and is rooted in this strategic goal. The plan lays out clear actions to attract investment, support our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life for residents and workforce alike. We've also celebrated some major milestones. Through our Love Local social media campaign, we highlighted 20 Citrus Heights businesses over the course of 6 months, sharing their stories and helping residents connect with the people and places that make our city special. The campaign reached over 200,000 residents and visitors, demonstrating how much pride our community has in supporting local businesses. We also recently launched the first ever Business of Distinction Award, recognizing local businesses that go above and beyond to make a positive impact. You'll hear more about that program later tonight. In our continued efforts to create a business-friendly community, we've taken a close look at our regulations and procedures to make it easier for entrepreneurs to invest here. The city conducted a comprehensive review of our zoning ordinance, the Boulevard Plan, and the Stock Ranch Guide for Development, identifying areas for streamlining and modernizing. Excuse me, it's that pizza. These updates will simplify the permitting process, encourage business expansion, and support thoughtful development along our key corridors. Our sign improvement grant supported PSM monuments with funds for updated signage along Auburn Boulevard. And our design support fund helped bring a new coffee shop, Black Sales Coffee, to Birdcage Center. And Sylvan Corners saw improvements with Dark Heart Brewery's new patio and Ciro Pizza's colorful mural. Together, these upgrades showcase how local investment continues to shape Citrus Heights. We couldn't talk about, this next sentence we love, we couldn't talk about local business without mentioning the Sunrise Mall. As you know, the community developed a plan for the redevelopment of the mall, which was adopted by the City Council in 2021. It's essentially an urban village with housing, retail, offices, community space, open space, hotels, and other amenities. This year, our City Council took a study mission to Lakewood, Colorado, to see Belmar, a mall that 20 years ago experienced identical challenges now facing Sunrise Mall. It was torn down and rebuilt into an urban village, generating substantial cash flow to the city and presenting to us a visual of what the Sunrise Tomorrow plan can be. So when an owner of a piece of Sunrise Mall proposed amendments to the plan that would make drastic changes to the community's vision, our council stood firm to reject the proposal and assure the community that we are committed to the vision that they made clear. The city continues to work proactively with property owners to attract the right mix of uses, including a future hotel that will bring visitors, activity, and revenue to Citrus Heights, and maybe a good sit-down restaurant. Is this kind of intentional planning that allows Citrus Heights to maintain strong economic roots while continuing new opportunities for growth. The next goal I'd like to address is the enhancing community vibrancy and engagement. This goal has defined who we are since we incorporated in 1997. In January, we launched the first ever Neighborhood Area Awareness Month, sharing a spotlight on our 8 neighborhood areas and the volunteers who lead them. These groups are the heartbeat of Citrus Heights, connecting neighbors, supporting local projects. The brainchild of our first mayor, Bill Hughes, the neighborhoods were created to ensure every resident has a voice in shaping our community. Through social media, highlights, newsletters, and a personalized mailer sent to every resident and business in Citrus Heights, Neighborhood Area Awareness Month brought much needed attention to the neighborhood associations and inspired new residents to get involved. Everyone in Citrus Heights is a member of a neighborhood area. To learn more about your area and how you can get started in your neighborhood, visit citrusheights.net, click on the tab that says Explore, and then click on Get Involved. This year, we strengthened partnerships with our schools, expanded volunteer opportunities, and hosted community events that brought people together in meaningful ways. We have deepened our collaboration with San Juan Unified School District, working together to update our website, highlight stories on social media, and connect our community to local schools. Technology, we love it. Next month, we will welcome more than 40 students to City Hall for a field trip where they will learn about the importance of local government to see what civil service looks like up close. Building on this momentum, the city has a strategic objective to assess the creation of a youth advisory council or a youth advisory liaison to give young residents a seat at the table in shaping our community's future. These experiences will be the foundation of the next generation of leaders. This past summer, we hosted 3 City Scoop events, 2 at local high schools, bringing together families, students, and staff, the ice cream, community, conversation, and connection. By connecting our students, families, and schools with their local government, we are building civic pride, community understanding, and a stronger sense of belonging that reaches beyond the classroom. In August, we participated in National Night Out, an annual community building event to promote police-community partnerships. Members of the City Council joined police department personnel to visit 14 events attended by hundreds of residents. The city also participated for the first time in the Big Day of Service. Community leaders hosted 14 volunteer projects throughout the city. This event showcased the incredible heart and generosity of our residents who continue to chip in and make our city shine. And speaking of shining, this September we introduced a new event, Citrus Nights, with live music, food and fun for all. This event took the fun from Fun Day at Rush Park and moved it to fun and dancing on the grass in Van Maren Park. And speaking of Van Maren Park, the city gives grants to several nonprofit organizations to enhance their services to our residents. One of those near and dear to my heart brought Yoga in the Park event last May. So a few hours of yoga and peaceful meditation, and we'll do it again in 2026. And speaking of peaceful, many of you have likely noticed murals appearing throughout our city, particularly along Auburn Boulevard. At our last council meeting, we approved the designation of the Citrus Heights Arts District along Auburn Boulevard to promote cultural tourism, encourage creative investment, and activate underutilized spaces. Thanks to public-private partnerships, we are bringing colorful, community-driven art to our city. And before I conclude, I'd like to address another strategic objective: enhancing animal services. Technically, this objective falls under the goal of maintaining fiscal stability, with our city manager will cover, but this objective is one that I have particular love for. You may know I've been a veterinarian for 45 years, and at one point in my career, I was the veterinarian at Santa Clara Humane Society, where I witnessed the importance and emotional impact of pet reunification with their owners. Since we became a city, our city has contracted our animal services, first with the County of Sacramento, then with Placer County, and now back to Sacramento County. The costs for these services keep rising, taking precious dollars away from other prioritized needs. So last year, the city purchased property on Old Auburn Road as a strategic investment, with the goal to lower the costs of our animal services. It is our expectation that dogs that are lost or roaming will be held there, thereby facilitating return to their owner without necessitating a ride down to South Sacramento. And so I thought, wouldn't it be great if our invoice from the county was $0 for animals found in our city? To do this, all the pets in our city should be microchipped and licensed. So we are launching a campaign called Chip, Chip, Hooray, where residents can get their cats and dogs microchipped for free. And if they need licensing, we sign them up. 3 events are scheduled in November, December, and January. You can check the city website for the exact times and places because they rotate around the city. Or you can call our Animal Services Department and schedule an appointment for a free microchip. Additionally, earlier this year, the City Council approved Field Haven Feline Center to lease the 2nd building on Old Auburn Road. This nonprofit offers cats and kittens for adoption and provides programs, assistance, and services like trap, neuter, return for feral kitties and spay, neuter assistance program for low-cost people. So now I'm going to conclude with this observation. You can see that the progress we have made together this year, from strengthening partnerships and expanding services to celebrating our neighborhoods and supporting local businesses, all comes back to one fundamental fact. Citrus Heights works best when we work together. And I am here to tell you the reason why this city is one of a kind. It has a council who respects each other and works together for the best of the community. We have an incredible city staff. Each and every person in this organization is talented and dedicated. We have exceptional leadership in our executive team and our city manager. And then we have all of you, residents, volunteers, partners, community leaders, and businesses. Together we are growing stronger, more connected, and more vibrant. One idea, one improvement, one neighbor at a time. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for being part of our city's story.
Thank you, Mayor Karpinski-Costa, for your inspiring remarks and continued leadership. At this time, I'd like to invite our City Council to join us on stage as we recognize this year's Community Award recipients. Let's hear it for our City Council as they join us. We'll invite you all up here on stage, please. We'll go ahead and I'll keep talking. This year marks the launch of our new Business of Distinction program. Guided by our strategic goal, the city will recognize one business of distinction each quarter, with every quarter highlighting a new theme and showcasing the diverse strengths of our business community. Our first theme, called Civic Heights, recognizes businesses that make Citrus Heights stronger by living our shared values: diversity, innovation, integrity, teamwork, respect, responsive customer service, and trust. And what makes this recognition especially meaningful is that it's community-driven, nominated and voted on by the people who live, work, and shop right here in Citrus Heights. We received 38 nominations for individual businesses in our city. Let's hear it for the people who nominated them and each of those nominees. And for each of those nominees, we had over 300 community votes from people voting for their favorite business to win this award. So, without further ado, and for the first time being announced, I'd like to share that the first winner of our Business of Distinction Award, Civic Heights, is Byers Gymnastics Center. Go, Mayor, if you'd like to give that to them. Receiving this award is owner Vicki Thomason and Citrus Heights Gymnastics Director Amy Luttrell. Byers Gymnastics Center has helped Citrus Heights children build confidence, strength, and a lifelong love for movement. For the moment kids start walking down to their high school years, Byers provides a supportive space for recreational and competitive athletes to grow. We'll have you guys join over here. We can get a group shot of everyone. I'll keep reading. Teaching strength, flexibility, coordination, and focus that benefit children far beyond the gym. Their programs are designed not just to develop physical ability, but to instill discipline, teamwork, and self-assurance. Beyond the gym floor, Byers is deeply woven into the Citrus Heights community. Each year, they participate in events like Sunday Fun Day and SRPD events, and they host events such as Toddler Time, Parents' Night Out, and birthday celebrations, all centered around creating joyful opportunities for families to connect. Their commitment to quality instruction, responsive service, and welcoming environment, Byers Gymnastics Center continues to make a lasting impact on hundreds of local families and reflects the spirit and values that make Citrus Heights strong. Let's hear it for them.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Byers Gymnastics. Thank you. Our second recognition tonight, celebrate individuals who go above and beyond for our community. Earlier this year, the city launched the Chip In Hall of Fame Award, a new volunteer recognition program celebrating residents who make a meaningful impact in Citrus Heights. This award honors those who embody our Citrus Heights Cares initiative, people who chip in through beautification, acts of kindness, and dedicated volunteer service. We invited residents to nominate outstanding volunteers, and in April, during Volunteer Appreciation Week, we announced our first Hall of Fame inductee. And tonight, we're honored to recognize that awardee here with us, Janet Harry, our 2025 Chip In Hall of Fame winner. Since 2016, Janet has been a constant, reliable force with the Citrus Heights Police Department and throughout our community. Always willing to lend a hand, Janet supports everything from clerical tasks to organizing and decorating events that lift morale and build connection. She's known for her kindness, confidentiality, and the positive energy she brings to everyone she meets. Through programs like Project Lifesaver, Janet assists clients with cognitive disorders, providing not just technical support, but also compassion and guidance to their caregivers. Her calming presence and thoughtful advice, like her saying, "Keep our heads where our feet are," have touched many lives. Janet also plays a key role in Operation Holiday Cheer, which is coming soon, helping organize hundreds of gifts for families in need and offering a caring ear to those facing challenges during the holidays. She's the kind of volunteer who works quietly behind the scenes, but has a tremendous impact, uplifting her colleagues, her neighbors, and the spirit of Citrus Heights. Janet truly embodies what it means to chip in for her community. Congratulations, Janet. Let's hear it one more time for our City Council. Thank you, City Council. Congratulations again to Byers Gymnastics Center and Janet Harry for showing what it looks like to be a valued part of this community. And these programs are still out here. Business of Distinction is quarterly. Nominate your next business. They'll be recognized as well at next year's State of the City. And Chip In Hall of Fame will be back next year too. Please join me in one more round of applause for our amazing honorees. I'd like to now welcome our city manager, Ash Feeney, to the stage to provide his address. Please join me in welcoming Ash Feeney.
Well, thanks, Marissa. Good evening, Citrus Heights. Yeah. Great to see such a wonderful turnout here. It's a privilege to be here with you tonight. Whether you're joining us here in person or tuning in from home, your presence speaks to who we are as a community. Citrus Heights is a place where people show up, stay informed, and care enough to be part of shaping our future together. And that matters. Before I share the work that we've accomplished over the past year, I want to begin by recognizing the leadership that guides our direction. To our City Council, we heard from our mayor with her great address, Dr. Jana Karpinski-Costa, our vice mayor, Mary Jane Lopez-Taff, Councilmember Portia Middleton, Councilmember Tim Schaefer, and Councilmember Kelsey Nelson. Thank you for your clarity, your consistency, and your steady commitment to serving the people of Citrus Heights. Your leadership provides the vision and the framework that allows our staff to move forward with purpose. We're also supported by strong partnerships with regional service providers. Sac Metro Fire, I see Chief House is here in the audience tonight. Sunrise Recreation and Park District, Sacramento County, our utility and water districts, and San Juan Unified School District all work alongside us to provide essential public services, safety, recreation, and education. These relationships help create the foundation of service to support daily life in our community. For all those that I just mentioned, would you please stand so we can recognize your great service to our community? Council, service providers. To our business community, including the Citrus Heights Chamber of Commerce, Sunrise Marketplace, and the many local business owners and entrepreneurs who invest in our community, thank you. Your continued partnership strengthens our commercial corridors, supports local jobs, and contributes to the vibrancy and identity of Citrus Heights. And to our city staff, your dedication, professionalism, compassion, and problem-solving approach are present in every service delivered, every project completed, and every interaction with the community. I always say the best ideas come from other people, and this team continues to demonstrate that spirit of collaboration. Your creativity and shared ownership are what drive meaningful progress. I'm so grateful to work alongside with you, and I'm very proud of all the work that you do on behalf of the community. Can we please recognize this fantastic team with a round of applause? Our tagline, Solid Roots, New Growth, reflects both our values and our trajectory. We're grounded in who we are, and we're growing steadily into what comes next. The work I will share tonight reflects the priorities established by our City Council and the commitment of our staff to carry them forward. Speaking of council priorities, our budget is a tool that turns that vision into action. A budget is not just a financial plan. A budget is a statement of community priorities and values. It shows what we value and what we choose to invest in to support our residents and neighborhoods. Fiscal responsibility has always been one of the defining strengths of Citrus Heights. We manage public dollars carefully, and we plan with the long view in mind. For fiscal years 25 and 26, the city adopted a balanced general fund budget with revenues projected at $46.1 million and expenditures at $44.6 million. This allows the city to contribute $1.5 million into our reserves. Yeah, that's right. These reserves are what give us resilience, stability, and confidence as we move into the future. It also gives us opportunities to be nimble, opportunistic as new opportunities present. This year, we focus on transparency. We launched our new open data portal to make budget information, performance tracking, and other public records more accessible and transparent to the public. It's important that we have good scorecards that we keep internally, but it's critical that our residents know how we're doing. We do like metrics here at the city, so this open data portal provides for that transparency. Because when people can see how decisions are made and how resources are used, it strengthens the trust and the accountability that we have with our community. We also secured external funding for infrastructure, public safety, and neighborhood improvement projects, allowing us to leverage outside resources to better serve our residents. This strong fiscal foundation positions us to continue delivering high-quality services while planning thoughtfully for long-term needs and opportunities. Let's talk about public safety. Public safety remains central to the identity and the quality of life here in Citrus Heights. It shapes how people feel in their neighborhoods, how businesses choose to invest, and why families decide to build their futures here. This year, the Citrus Heights Police Department reestablished the problem-oriented policing unit to focus directly on nuisance issues that detract from the quality of life. The POP unit works alongside residents, property owners, and businesses to resolve concerns through proactive communication, shared responsibility, and long-term solutions. We also completed a complete modernization of our Police Emergency Communications Center. The upgraded layout and technology support the dispatchers who are the steady voice in moments of uncertainty and work hand in hand with our dedicated officers and other police personnel to deliver safety and calm for our community. I've had the opportunity multiple occasions to sit with our dispatch team, and I've always been very impressed with their calm in the hairiest of situations. These can be minor disputes to major medical emergencies. Their reassuring voices help bring that calm. It's that quiet professionalism that keeps our community safe. With the new center in place, they are even better equipped to serve the community. Our enforcement work is producing meaningful results. As the chief reported in the police department's annual report, drug-related arrests increased by 83% from 2023 to 2024. And so far this year, we've increased drug arrests by an additional 19%. That's on top of the 83% from last year. This focused effort disrupts drug activity that harms individuals, and it fuels other crime. The message is clear. In Citrus Heights, those who want to exploit people that are struggling with addiction, they will absolutely be held accountable here. At the same time, we're seeing encouraging reductions in crime trends. Through the end of third quarter, overall crime is trending down, and that's all why our officer productivity and proactivity is trending up. This reflects discipline, community-focused policing, and a department that is deeply committed to consistent presence, prevention, and partnership. As part of our commitment to the community quality of life, we are upholding clear expectations of how public spaces are to be used and cared for. This consistent approach produces big results. Comparing last year to this year, illegal camp-related incidents, they've decreased by 44%. Yeah. Loitering-related incidents, they've decreased by 54%. And mind you that all of these decreases we're talking about are all while we have a campaign that continues to encourage our residents and businesses to be vigilant on the reporting. We're asking for reporting. It's working. We're seeing these decreases as a result of this. These improvements, they reflect steady enforcement of local ordinances and a shared standard that public spaces remain clean, safe, and accessible, and that they're to be enjoyed by all. Our officers and our field staff work from the simple standard that everyone should be a good neighbor. When someone's present in public space, we ask that they minimize their impact on others, respect their surroundings, and uphold shared expectations around social conduct. When those expectations are met, we meet people where they are. When they're not, we take appropriate action to protect the broader community. That same balanced approach guides how we address homelessness here in Citrus Heights. On homelessness, we continue to lead with compassion paired with accountability. Compassion and accountability, that is our model. That's what we're seeing success. The city is responsible for the condition of our public spaces and neighborhood livability. Our work is around what people see, community image, community pride, how you feel about your neighborhoods. Our Sacramento County partners are responsible for what people need. That's shelter, mental health treatment, recovery services, and long-term housing support. One of our key roles here at the city is to bridge those two systems so that individuals that want help can access it. Through our partnership with Sacramento County and Community Health Works, our Community Health Worker Program and Street Outreach Program provided ongoing engagement and support to 117 individuals this past year. And I'm happy to report around 30 of those people have moved into housing. We are also committed to prevention. The city continues to partner with nonprofit organizations that provide food, clothing, rental assistance, and case management to stabilize residents before a crisis occurs. This is all around homelessness prevention, getting to the problem before it starts. We help where people are willing to accept help, and we set clear boundaries when they're not. This balanced approach reflects who we are and what we value: compassion, safety, dignity, and shared responsibility. We've also put a lot of focus and continued to strengthen how our city looks and feels. This past year, our beautification crew and the POP unit worked in close coordination to respond to community concerns quickly and consistently. From October 2024 to September 2025, beautification service requests decreased by more than 22%. Abandoned shopping carts declined by nearly 32%. Yeah, I like it too, yeah. Litter removal decreased by more than 30%. Sign removal requests, those reduced by nearly half. These declines are significant metrics of success as we progressed our beautification work toward proactive and sustained maintenance. These beautification improvements are visible. The policies that our city council put in place are working. Regular community surveys show that in just 3 years, sentiment about the city's blight abatement work has shifted from unfavorable to favorable. That is a clear sign of progress. We see it in our community. We hear it from our residents and their visitors. Citrus Heights is looking good. Yeah. How do we know it's looking good? Because we see it. We see it as we drive, walk, shop, spend time in our neighborhoods. These improvements reflect shared pride, respect for our surroundings, and a commitment to maintaining a clean and welcoming community. We will continue advancing programs, partnerships, and public education that reinforce Citrus Heights as a city that cares for its neighborhoods, protects its gateways, and maintains a high standard of appearance our residents expect and deserve. Strengthening community pride, it's not only about maintaining our physical environment. It is also about honoring the people who have shaped our history and our identity. This year, we continued supporting the Citrus Heights Veterans Memorial Project, which is working to establish a permanent Vietnam Veterans Memorial wall at Calvary Cemetery. This project began after a community hosted the Walnut Hills, and that was funded in part by a grant from our city council. It's a traveling replica of the memorial in Washington, D.C., and this brought thousands of residents and visitors together in reflection and remembrance here in the city. The permanent memorial, the Citrus Heights Veterans Memorial Project, will be the first of its kind on the West Coast. It will be a place to honor service and sacrifice, to educate future generations, and to gather as a community. And the long-term vision for this site includes additional memorials for those that have served in other conflicts and wars, ensuring this becomes a lasting place for remembrance for all those that have served this great country. The city helped identify and facilitate the site location, and our role now is to support the nonprofit leading this effort. We want to coordinate with regional partners and help ensure that this project is positioned for long-term success and an asset not only for our city and our region, but the entire Western United States. The work reflects our commitment to our community, shared memory, and respect. Just as we honor our past, we're also investing in our future. Earlier, you heard from the mayor about our economic development work plan, the roadmap guiding how we support local businesses, attract new investment, and strengthen our economic foundation. With 5 focus areas and 70 implementation steps, the plan's already at work. And it reflects a central truth about Citrus Heights. Our economic vitality is essential to the quality of life we're building together. Our day-to-day work with small businesses, property owners, and entrepreneurs is creating momentum across our corridors. And within that work, we also have one of the most catalytic opportunities in our city, the future of Sunrise Mall. Sunrise Mall represents a once-in-a-generation redevelopment opportunity. The Sunrise Tomorrow Specific Plan, adopted in 2021 after extensive community engagement, envisions a vibrant mixed-use district with housing, hospitality, entertainment, employment, and public gathering spaces. It reflects what our community has consistently said they want: this site to become a place for people to come together, spend time, and take pride in their city. This past year, the City Council reaffirmed that vision when a proposal came forward that would have removed key gathering spaces and introduced uses that did not align with that plan. The council listened intently to the community and upheld the long-term vision for the Sunrise Tomorrow plan. Their strength in that action solidified our shared commitment to high-quality redevelopment and long-term benefit for residents. We also have heard about declining conditions at the site. In response, the city obtained a court-ordered inspection warrant, completed a full assessment of the site and the property, identified health and safety violations, and issued a notice to abate to the property owner. To date, more than $1.7 million in fines have been levied and issued for that property. Maintaining safety and appearance for this property is not optional. We have standards here, and they're expected to be upheld. At the same time, we are engaging with the ownership. Namdar Realty, which controls the majority of the site, visited Citrus Heights this year to walk the property and meet with city leadership. We understand now that Namdar is actively seeking to sell the property. And it's important for any future buyer to know that we have been clear. The Sunrise Tomorrow vision is the adopted community vision, and any successful redevelopment will need to honor that. Even without owning the site, the city has taken proactive steps to prepare the property for reinvestment. We've completed infrastructure planning, environmental clearance, a tentative parcel map, and streamlined land use entitlements. This groundwork that we've been conducting reduces barriers to private investment and positions the site to attract hospitality, entertainment, mixed use, and employment partners. But redevelopment of a site this size does not happen all at once. It requires steady leadership, as we've seen our council demonstrate, shared purpose, and consistency over time. Sunrise Mall has been part of Citrus Heights for decades. The next chapter should reflect the care, pride, and momentum we are currently seeing across our community today. And we'll continue working steadily and thoughtfully to help bring that chapter to life. Speaking of progress, this past year marked one of the most important periods of infrastructure investment in our city's history. For many years, Citrus Heights faced the same challenge shared by communities across the state and our region, really across the nation: aging roads and rising maintenance costs. But rather than waiting for conditions to worsen or throwing our hands up and saying it's out of our control, we made a clear and proactive choice. We created a plan. We committed to it, and we're following through with it. Through our 3-year pavement strategy, road resurfacing is increasing from 2 miles per year to 52 lane miles per year. That is starting to become visible across our neighborhoods, and you're going to see a lot more of it. It means smoother travel, fewer potholes, safer bike and pedestrian ways, and vehicle routes, and streets that reflect the pride residents have in the place they live. It is a daily improvement that people feel every time they leave their driveway. One of the most impactful infrastructure projects this year was resurfacing of Sunrise Boulevard from Greenback to Madison. Sunrise Boulevard is not just a road. It's one of our city's most important commercial corridors, supporting local jobs, daily shopping needs, and key community services. Improving Sunrise Boulevard makes it easier for customers to reach businesses, improves safety and visibility, and enhances the overall experience for everyone who drives, walks, or travels through the area. In many ways, it's our welcome mat for our business community, signaling that Citrus Heights is open, invited, and invested in economic vitality. Another transformative project underway here in the city is Auburn Boulevard Complete Streets Phase 2. This is a massive infrastructure project, and it remains on schedule for completion in summer of 2026. When complete, Auburn Boulevard will serve not only as a transportation corridor, but as a signature entrance into Citrus Heights. It will reflect the character, pride, and momentum of our community and make a clear statement about who we are and where we're headed. These improvements are the results of thoughtful planning, responsible financial management, and clear direction from our City Council. They reflect a long-term commitment to creating safe, well-connected, and well-maintained public spaces that strengthen neighborhoods and support our local businesses. And we're going to continue prioritizing roadway improvements, pedestrian safety, trail and sidewalk connectivity, and corridor reinvestment to support the daily life and mobility of our residents. We're always focusing on that quest to improve quality of life here in this city. As we look forward, Citrus Heights stands in a place of strength and momentum. You can feel it. Our financial foundation is steady and responsibly managed. Our public safety efforts are proactive, community-centered, and they're collaborative. Our neighborhoods and public spaces reflect increasing care and investment. Our infrastructure improvements are visible, they're meaningful, and they're happening citywide. Our business community is engaged, and they're growing. And we're preparing thoughtfully for the future of Sunrise Mall. All this comes back to one core purpose. We want Citrus Heights to be a place where people feel connected, supported, and proud to belong. We want a city that reflects the care of its people. A city where families can build their futures. A city where local businesses can grow and thrive. It's a city that honors its history, invests in its present, and shapes its future with intention. Our roots are strong. The growth continues. And the future of Citrus Heights is bright. It's an honor to serve this community. Thank you.
Great job, Ash.
Thanks, Melissa.
Let him clap for you. Don't run away. Let him clap for you.
Thank you. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you, Ash, and thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight at our 6th Annual State of the City. We appreciate your continued partnership and support as we work together to build a bright future for Citrus Heights. Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next year at the 7th Annual State of the City. Please take a swag bag on your way out. They're for you. They're full of city goodies and information on what you heard here this evening. So please take one. They're at the door.